Them a real thumping. Leo Serra with a header. Yamakawa away. And get the opportunity to just leave this for his goalkeeper. And Jordi Kroeks was just trying to hinder his progress in getting the ball moving. Look at the work he's getting through to try and get back with Rio Hatsuse moving downfield. Ide. Well, his pass hit the back of the heels of Kapishaba. Sasaki. Comfortable header away again by Shindo. There was a chance to counter-attack for Sota Kitano. He's only 19, remember, he's this Japanese youth international. Such an exciting young talent. He scored his first J-League goal in the winner in the return fixture. He's added one since then. Remember, it's on his fourth J-League start today. Not really seen that much of him, but then again, we've not seen much of the attacking players of either side. And there are much more in terms of illustrious names on show than the 19-year-old. His future very much ahead of him. That's going to run away from Yamaguchi. Again, the idea was nice. You can see a little bit of frustration on the face of Takayuki Yoshida. Yang gets us moving again. Chase for Sasaki, but chase in vain. Toriumi. Kida drops back in. His ball wasn't the best though. It just means that Funaki will be able to just keep it. And that's what they have done well. Hatsuse, Sasaki. Hide's made a run down that far side of the field, but was comfortably seen and comfortably dealt with by Shindo. They've looked very unfussed of Toriumi and Shindo at the heart of this Cerezo defence. Funaki's made a good run here. Leo Serra's in an offside position. The idea was really good from the fullback, just made a burst from left back into the centre of the field. But it isn't coming easy for anyone. And that could be applied to the Yokohama F. Marinos. A busy weekend, of course. They have the opportunity to win their game tomorrow, but again, it's a tough one as they take on Kashima Ramblers. Of course, that failure for Nagoya Grampus to beat Consadole Sapporo a little earlier will play havoc for them. Kasper Juncker putting them in front, but Yuka Kobayashi with an equaliser. Yokohama being beaten at the other end of the table will open the door for potentially Shonan Bellmare into their game against Kawasaki Frontal tomorrow. Kashima Antlers against Yokohama F. Marinos. The big game of Sunday in the J-League. This is the big game of today. Vissel Kobe against Cerezo Osaka. It's 0-0. 9 minutes into the second half. That could change now. It could change now. What a chance! And it fell to the one man that they would have wanted it to fall to. Yuya Osako in front of goal, looking for that 20th goal of the season. And it just wouldn't come down for him. Just watch now as he takes the control, does everything right, but the ball just kicked up for him. And in the end, it meant that he was forced to snatch at it a little. Just there, he just got a bit big on him. He couldn't control the volley. "19 goals in 27 games this season for Yuya Osako. Before the start of this one. His previous record, 19 in 33, by the way. That was 10 years ago. Here's Crooks. It's the worst ball in the world, and very nearly came for Kagawa. Here's Osako again. Sakai's header. Muto. Again comfortable for the defender. And Shinji Kagawa. Kapijaba. It's a lovely piece of skill to step away from one. Yamaguchi will come to help. He's a little unfortunate, maybe not to get the decision, but let's give the referee credit. He's been consistent throughout. He's tried to let the players play. And they could play here because that's Osako to Muto. And Muto goes for goal and very nearly catches the goalkeeper out, who committed to his right and had to reset left. Kept it out, that's the important thing for him. Yamaguchi. Gotoku Sakai. Muto. Today you need your big players to step forward. They don't come any bigger for Vissel Kobe than Muto and Osako. Nowhere for Ryo Hatsuse to go. Well, it's a chance, isn't it? It's the chance. And two of them have come in this second half so far. One for Osako, you could see why he didn't score. And this one for Muto. Nicely weighted from Osako. Gave himself a little bit to do as the defenders were playing catch-up. The angle always was going to make it difficult. Just watch the goalkeeper. He goes to his right and then just has to reset left. In the end, he makes a good save. Just had to correct himself. Muto will be disappointed because he has drilled it pretty much straight at the goalkeeper. Ogihara lost out there and had to be helped out by Yamakawa. Nicely done by Crooks. On by Kitano. Just bisected the two players who were looking for it, Funaki and Kapijaba. The game will just slow down Cerezo's attack here. Yang downfield. It's a nice take by Jordi Crooks. See Yuki Honda struggling a little, and so's the defender struggling here. This is Sasaki, who's in on goal and scores brilliantly. It's a huge moment in the title race. It's been provided by Daiju Sasaki, who kept a calm head where one was most needed. It's a huge moment from the man born and bred a Vissel Kobe player. Just got the run on the defender and never looked back. And the finish, highly accomplished. That's the calmness, that's the composure they needed. Amazing to think it's only his 7th career goal. Oh, the relief. It's tangible. And it means the world to all inside the Noévre. Huge goal. Huge moment. And changes as Uejo and Okuno come on for Kitano and Kida. Well, you can almost sense just the expelling of breath, really, from the Vissel Kobe supporters. We will be feeling a lot better now. We would have had to deal with a corner, but the flag was up. Those changes pretty much a straight swap, by the way, for Cerezo. Kuno will come on in midfield, and of course Uejo is the main starter up front. It was a change that was made today by Akio Kokuku. It didn't quite work for them. The flag's up for offside. Well, the one thing that they will point to is the fact that they created 2 really good chances before Sasaki took the 3rd chance. 3rd time lucky, really, for Vissel Kobe. The 2 previous chances for Osako and Muto. Sasaki playing on that left-hand side today. Huge goal. This is Ide looking for another hit. And maybe just a little bit of adrenaline rushing through him. Ambitious to go for goal from there. It's a switch towards Kapishaba. Sakai, the defender. He's got help from Yamaguchi, but still managed to squeeze the ball across. Ogihara away. Shindo has it. They'd looked so composed, hadn't they? They looked so calm. They'd looked unnerved at the back, the Cerezo defence, but they just started to wobble a little, and they've given the ball away again here. Ide, Osako, Sasaki's got one. He's looking for another, and he's trying to squeeze that in, but it wouldn't come round for him. Well, why not have a go? He's just got one. Been a good season for him. We talked about it being his 7th career goal that he scored today, 5 of which have come this season now. And now the question against Cerezo is can they respond? It's a ball by Okuno forward. Here's Krups trying to get on the end of it. He's got a corner. Yuki Honda was a little upset that Krups left one on him a little as the ball was cleared away, and it would have been understandable had the referee penalised the Belgian for that. He's given him the benefit of the doubt. Well, they looked the more likely to score in the first half, did the visitors. Now they trail, they have to score. Losing is not an option. Really, they need to win. delivery, and the header in the end is by Kuriomi. He can't control it in the face of a little bit of traffic around him. Two challenges for the ball. Sasaki was one and Sakai was the other. But they will need something, and Masaya Shibayama will look to add that now as he replaces Jordi Krups, who hasn't really been able to have as much impact as he would have wanted. And it's another roll of the dice. From Kogiku-san, as he brings on the 21-year-old who was plucked from the second tier of Japanese football ahead of the restart in the transfer window. Only a third appearance is for Shibayama, by the way. Well, Leo Serra was a bit of a battering ram there, wasn't it? Concedes the free kick. Kagawa with a challenge, and he's penalised now for the foul on Muto. Again, there was a discussion, but you could see there the contact between Kagawa and the foot of Muto. A fairly straightforward decision for the referee, and a free kick in a good area. Ryo Hatsuse with the free kick. A second would make them totally relaxed. It's a lovely ball as well. It's a good header away. Leo Serra doing good work defensively at the other end of the field. Makawa goes high and long. It's going to break for Osako here. He's so adept at looking after the ball. Sasaki. Too much traffic for him. And here's Hatsuse. That's a ball for Sakai to chase, but again, it's a chase in vain for him. That the ball was always running away from the fullback. Okuno. Again, it's long and high, and the goalkeeper will take charge. He's not had much to do in this second half, Daya Makawa. We're already into the final quarter of the game. Much more balanced performance in the second half has turned out to be for Vissel Kobe. Jean-Patrick is going to join us now, and Horuye Ide is going to make way. He's put another good shift in, hasn't he? There's Ide. Jean-Patrick steps onto the field. Sakai, touch was a little heavy, but able to step away from Kapijaba, who recovered really well to block the cross. Sakai will try again. Clearance only as far as Yamaguchi, whose touch was a little heavy. Ogihara. It's going to come to Yoshinori Muto. And Muto across the face of goal. And away by Seiya Makumi. Ogihara. Sasaki's done really well to look after the ball there, but now he's lost it. An opportunity to advance, but nowhere for Uejo to go. The defender was all over him. Well, they're bouncing behind the goal, they're singing behind the goal. It's nothing new, it's nothing unfamiliar, of course, for the Vissel Kobe fans to be doing that. But it's all being done with a little more gusto now that they have the lead in this game. Yamakawa goes back to his goalkeeper. Funaki able to lift the ball forward. It'll come to towards Okuno, the substitute, also bobbling away from him, never really able to get the ball under control. Ryo Hatsushi with a nicely measured ball. Yuyoro Sako. Lovely turn by Sasaki. Ryo Hatsushi. And the cross is towards Jean-Patrick, who got the run on the defender for a moment and had the opportunity. Just couldn't control his header. Had he been able to do so, well, that may have well been the game and the 3 points for Vissel Kobe. And the Brazilian managed to find a way through. And of course, that would have been like a dagger in the heart for Cerezo, and a man who played 28 games for them last season. Toriumi, Funaki, finding it much more difficult to get downfield now. Cerezo, they're being swallowed up somewhat. Vissel Kobe very much on top now in this game. The first half possession was very much in favour of the opposition, but that's changed around now. Matsuse making sure that Shibayama had nowhere to go. It's a foul by Sasaki. Had his arm into the back of the defender. I just wonder how valuable that goal will turn out to be. 2 more changes coming. Kapijaba and Leo Serra will make way for Ryo Watanabe and Haruki Arai. Another changes that will change the outcome of this game. They needed to do something, Cerezo. The grip, which was a fairly loose grip that they had at 0-0, has completely gone now. And they haven't really been a threat in the second half. Maybe that will change now. Here is the substitute. There's a deflection on the shot as well. As Watanabe's first involvement nearly results in an opportunity. that would have been some story, wouldn't it? The man who was signed after scoring 13 times in J2 for Fujieda last season. Tried to come from the bench and with his first touch get Cerrito back in the game. It's only his 7th appearance at this level in his life. And at the age of 26. Played all his football in the 3rd tier until last season when he came up and did so well for Fujieda. What a story it would be if Watanabe could put a big dent in Vissel Kobe's title hopes. Inside the final 15 minutes in the Nuevia. Funaki. Kagawa. Now Okuno. That's a nice ball. Funaki. Toriumi. Akai. That's nicely done. Shibayama beats one, beats two. Shibayama! Well, Makawa has to make a save. It's a regulation one, really. Which more than he's had to do for a while. Akai. Lovely turn by Osako, who was held. He's going to run away and eventually he's going to keep going in the 3rd time. Well, take your pick of yellow cards there for Shibayama. He could have had 3. I think Osako's trying to point that out to the referee. Which one are you booking him for? How about this one? A shirt tug. How about this one? A little nibble and eventually the kick. Well, it's 1 yellow card for Masaya Shibayama. He gets a few words of instruction from Kagawa. A loose pass, but it will come out to Ryo Hatsuse. Makawa downfield. Now Sasaki will chase. The flag has stayed down here. And Jean-Patrick. Oh, it's a little too high. Yamaguchi had joined Osako inside the penalty area, but almost away from goal in the end. Toriumi. Sakai does well, lovely take. Yamaguchi, and the first touch by Sasaki was exquisite. The second with the outside of his foot, trying to bend it in the top corner. A little off target. Probably had a little more time than that, but it was instinctive, wasn't it? And he's been the threat. He's the man who's got the goal. Not often you say that where Osako and Muto are concerned in this team. Nice touch by Makuma. Shibayama, it's a glorious ball. Now then, this is Akai. Cross, a little too deep. And in the end, Ryo Hatsuse will deal with it. And we'll find Jean-Patrick. little reorganisation now with Jean-Patrick on that left-hand side. He's finding space. Can't find Sasaki. But almost now Yuya Osako is playing much deeper. That's risky, but very, very well done by Koji Toriumi, by the way. Osako wins the ball, but Ryo Hatsuse didn't. Would have been a free kick, but Cerezo have the ball and they are trying to advance downfield. It's all a bit scruffy, it's all a bit scrappy, but they've got the ball here to Hiroki Akai, who's got a lot to do. And he's unable to do it with Yamaguchi and Sakai doubling up on him. Sakai doing well against Akai. Well, a change again as the goal scorer is going to be withdrawn. How big will that goal turn out to be for Daiji Sasaki? It's a brilliant finish, isn't it? It really is. Just never looked in any doubt that he was going to score. He will make way for Nanaseino. Again, it's probably a rare appearances for, he has come off the bench 11 times this season. He's regularly involved in the matchday squad, but with the players absent today and the changes that were made, it's an opportunity for Ino to come on and try and help the job through. And a gesture of thanks and appreciation to the crowd. We'll appreciate him even more if it turns out that his goal is the only goal in a 1-0 win. Yang again calmly getting the ball out from the back, and they've played through the press really well there. Kagawa can't get it past Ogihara, and here's Muto and Jean-Patrick, who's managed to do well against the defender and keep the ball and find Muto, who I think was in the process of deciding what he was going to do and what trick he was going to do, and then fell over the ball. They haven't really been in any danger since they went in front, Vissel Kobe. That is worth saying. Got one shot from Shibayama from the corner of the penalty area, comfortably dealt with by the goalkeeper. Now they're 7 minutes away plus stoppage time from an absolutely priceless victory. A victory which would mean the world. Muto, Konoyumi doing well, and Funaki joining in to help out. Here's Hatsuse. Crossfield ball from Osako for Jean-Patrick, who wins the header but knocks it straight down to Ryosuke Shindo. A nice win again by Ogihara. He's anchored that midfield really well, particularly in this second half. Well, they had to step it up, didn't they, Vissel Kobe? Akio Koguku's side had done really, really well in that first half. They were the better side at half-time. But Kagawa and co have played second fiddle in the second period. They've not really been able to mount a threat. And the chances really that have come, and good chances, have all been for the home side, for the league leaders. And now they're 5 minutes away for a victory that would for now extend their lead at the top of the J-League. Ahead of Yokohama F. Marinos. His very big game tomorrow, and it becomes an even bigger game if Vissel Kobe win. Away at Kashima Antlers, the current in-form side of the J-League, it must be said. Jean-Patrick is putting in a good effort for his side there, but Shibayama able to keep the ball eventually. But they don't keep it here. They've been caught in possession, and Osako for Ino, and he is caught. That's going to be a yellow card. Toriumi just had to throw himself at it, really. I think it is probably worth saying that Ino probably could have gone on and stayed up if he would have wanted. They got a little scruffy, didn't they? And once Ino got the touch, the yellow card was inevitable. He's had a really good game, Koji Toriumi. But the best part, he kept Muto and Osako quiet. Can't keep them down though, could you? And if you keep them down, well, eventually Sasaki popped up on the other side of the field and scored. It's not over yet, but there's a bit more of a relaxed feel to the Vissel Kobe players. There'll be huge celebrations if they get a second. Hatsuse with his left foot to try and find it towards Jean-Patrick, but it was a little bit flat, and the header in the end was too difficult for the Brazilian to get on target. He had to reach a long way back to try and head it the other way. Did well to get it that near the goal in the end, really. Strong header away by Yuki Honda. That's really good work by Ino. Up he goes on the charge. His chances have been limited in this Vissel Kobe side. I mean, done so well at Sagantosu. Played so much football for them. Having come into the J-League in 2021. Started 2022 really well. It earned him that move mid-season to Kobe. He did start 7 games last season, but only 2 starts this season for him. A lot of that down, of course, to Muto and the players they do have. Speculation that he will move on in the off-season. Here he is again, Nanasino. It's Ogihara putting it out. Cancereto mount one charge. Can't keep the ball in play there. Looked like he got it absolutely right, Akio Kogiku, in the first half, but he's not been able to respond to the alterations, the tactical tinkering of Takayuki Yoshida at half-time. Well, Vissel Kobe have just been better in the second half than they were in the first. It's as simple as that. And now they have some defending to do, because this is Hiroaki Akai. Kagawa. Makumi. We're into the final minute in the Nuevia Stadium. Can't imagine there will be a massive amount of stoppage time. That's a ball forward looking for Eno. The goalkeeper's taken a long time, but Yang was very, very cool. Has been all day, to his credit. Ogi had a forward. That's nicely done. And the ball on here to Makumi, who was caught. Hello. As we go into stoppage time, of which there are 5 minutes, Cerezo Osaka have a free kick here. And maybe, just maybe, the Nueve is about to be silenced. And the race for the title is about to take another twist. Shinji Kagawa will take the free kick. Comes all the way through. Now the loose ball will come out towards Akai, and the shot in the end, well, is wild from the substitute. Not what was needed at such a pivotal moment in this game. He will know that. It will be frustrating. Well, they played their part, didn't they? But ultimately, it's been frustrating. Comfortable for Daya Makawa. We had a couple of things to do in the first half, and then Cerezo seemingly getting through to him and the back line much more regularly. In the second half, he's had nothing to do really by Shibayama's shot. And now as they chase the game and they load up front, that's all they can do now. 3 minutes of the 5 minutes remaining. Yang goes high. Kagawa looking to switch. It's a lovely, lovely ball. Not the best first touch in the ball. Matsuse able to clear. It's a good challenge to win the ball back. The cross is looking towards the big defender Shindo, who had made his way forward and been trying to win the ball. And he's clattered right into the back of Gotoku Sakai. And he's frustrated more than anything. It was a really good piece of defensive work from the Kobe skipper. That was aimed for Shindo. He did so well, didn't he? It's a brave header from the Vissel captain. Shindo has only eyes on the ball. He's not tried to get the Vissel skipper, but he was very late, wasn't he? And it's a really nasty one. And credit to Shindo, who stands above for Sakai to get himself up and offers the hand of apology. What it does is eats up the clock a little more. Sakai will be okay. They very quick to make sure there was no structural damage. Put him right on the side of the face, on the cheekbone. Well, they're a minute away, plus perhaps a bit of loose change on top of that now of Vissel Kobe. Mateus Tula will come on for the final few moments for Yoshinori Muto. Big defender replaces forward, just to try and see it through. If there is to be a ball thrown into the penalty area, the big Brazilian will go in to try and help those in deal with it. Kagawa. Shibuya won the header, but actually takes it away from goal. Shindo might get another go here, the big defender. Kagawa again. Again, he's very straight, hasn't got much angle to work with, so has to look very wide. And the ball is away by Yamakawa. And it's away for a corner. And this could be the last action of the game. And Yang's coming for it. Can Cerezo silence the Nueve? Last chance to rescue something from the Hanshin derby. It's brilliant goalkeeping. And the referee says there is a foul as well. And you can see the relief amongst the Vissel Kobe players. Because that should just about end that. That ball was about to be returned with interest. Not certain where Yang was going there. Having gone way beyond the near post, having come on. And Makawa did really well, didn't he? And got himself the free kick. Jean-Patrick. We'll get it back here. Ogihara. Ino will chase. And that ends up way in the stands. And just making sure that the ball is as far away from the pitch it can be. Of course, there is another ball to return with interest straight away. Well, it's a narrow win, but it is a priceless win, and it is a win that could mean the world to Vissel Kobe, who have been scratching around for the last few weeks in the J-League, but they have won the Hanshin derby, and they have opened up a gap at the top of the table. Shinji Kagawa tried to stage a late fight back for Cerezo. They couldn't find a pass. Makawa in the Vissel Kobe goal, and as it was Daiju Sasaki's goal, the only goal of the game, a really well taken individual goal, separates these two sides, and Vissel Kobe are back on track, they will hope, in the race for the J-League title. They have won the Hanshin derby. It finishes here. Vissel Kobe 1, Cerezo Osaka 0. Well, it's their first win in 8 games in the Hanshin derby for Vissel Kobe. They don't win many of these fixtures. 7 without a win before today, 1 win in 12 and 3 in 17. Well, they've got themselves a big victory today. And for Yamaguchi and co, it is much more than just local pride that was at stake today, because it's a result really that will end the title hopes once and for all of Cerezo Osaka. They've got themselves to the fringes of the title race at Kagawa's side in recent weeks, but back-to-back defeats for them now will end their charge. But for Gotoku Sakai and his team, well, they are very much back, sitting pretty at the top of the table. A 4-point gap ahead of a very big game tomorrow, when Yokohama F. Marinos have to go to Kashima Antlers, who themselves have got themselves right to the fringes of the title race. And if they slip up now, 6 games to go after this weekend, a 4-point cushion at the top of the table. That's quite a lot. That's 2 games, of course, to overcome. Kagawa and co, disappointed. Those of a cherry blossom persuasion leave with their tails between the legs. But for Muto and for Vissel Kobe, they will be thrilled. And Daiji Susaka, the local boy, the home product, well, he's the hero of the hour. He is the hero of the day. Muto and Osako had chances, but it was the homegrown boy who came good, and here he is.
この大事な一戦、自らのゴールでチームを勝利に導きました。今の気持ちをお聞かせください。
いやー、めちゃくちゃ気持ちいいです。
その素晴らしいゴール、初瀬選手のボールに反応、抜け出して見事に決めました。振り返っていただけますか。
いや、もう亮君のボールでも自分が走ってたらもう目の前に来てたんで、もう亮君に感謝です。
空爺咧，空爺都。大陸仔，你做咩啊？用人民幣買香港汽水，你 short 㗎？
我冇講錢啊，同志，我都唔想啊。
冇人係你同志，你唔叫我着件制服咩？叫我阿 Sir。
阿 Sir， 我企咗喺雪成點鐘街又見口乾，一係你借我一陣間我三叔嚟到嘅時間還翻過嚟啊，幫幫忙啊！
香港人都等緊人幫啦，邊人得人幫你噃？要求就求一部機啦。
得嘅咩？阿 Sir， 借罐汽水飲下。
喂，呢部係汽水機，唔係阿 Sir。要叫就叫大佬，就有得飲啦。
哦，基佬啊基佬，借罐汽水飲下嚇。多謝你啊基佬，三叔咁耐唔嚟嘅。
快啲摸啦！打埋呢圈足足200圈，我3日3夜冇瞓過啦，真係啊！
咩啊？想過和車咩？啊！呢個弊啊！
咩事啊？咩事啊？
我仔今日喺廣州出嚟，我唔記得接佢車，係咁先。
喂，黑仔達，想出蠱惑唔算數啊！要走計埋條數先好走啊！
哼！我有話過唔打咩？不過接埋個侄出嚟再打我唔得啊！計數，你贏緊啊！
贏唔贏緊，打完咪知咯，阿平啊！
好，等我拜個關羽哥，屙到你射死你！
等我拜下哮天犬啊，我篤屎打死你啊！走！
阿平啊，好聲行啊！
喂，艾如星啊，你想溝佬女平咪落舞廳溝咯，使乜抌低個魚檔唔理，喺度陪人打麻雀啫？貪佢咩好啊？
貪佢個燈大好生樣啊！有口講人，你就冇口講自己，都咁多年啦，揾個人嫁咗啊，都有個好收場啊嘛。
未撞啱啫嘛。
未撞啱，喺度等黑仔達啫啩？
邊個話我中意黑仔達㗎？
明眼人都睇得出啦，你諗清楚啲啊！賭仔啊，冇乜好收場嘅。
拜個哮天神犬，我篤屎打死你！保佑我打死個黑仔達！
百無禁忌，百無禁忌。哮天神犬好拜唔拜隻黃狗，食蕉啦！嚟，有錢冇打死霸就。杜平啊！
廁所啊，咁心急輸唔切咩？
叉住你個鼻啊！
唉，黑仔達，幾十歲人咪咁癲啦，俾佢窒兩句，連個窒都唔理，快啲接佢車啦！
你估我真係佢窒我兩句，連個窒都唔理咩？講真啦，其實我真係好怕見到個窒㗎。
點解啊？
你哋聽過咩叫做先天性失控症未啊？
先天性失控症係咩㗎？
先天性失控。